Should we use the gerund, the ing, form of the verb, or the infinitive, do, or to do? As we already know, this usually happens when we have two verbs in our sentence. We have conjugated the first verb, and now we have to decide how to form the second verb. Which one is correct? To the untrained ear, they can all sound right. The trained ear knows that smoking is correct. He has given up smoking. Given up is a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is composed of a verb plus preposition, and after a preposition the following verb must be continuous. Infinitive with to. The most common form is the infinitive with to. So, if you're not sure, use this form. Even if this is not the right choice, your message will still be clear. Some common verbs and expressions followed by to do are: I want to do. I would like to do. I need to do. I decide to do. I can't afford to do. It's time to do. Gerund, ing. The gerund is also quite common. But, if you are not sure, stick to the infinitive with to. I recommend this because if you use the gerund where you shouldn't, you can confuse your listener about the tense, simple or continuous. Some common verbs and expressions followed by ing are: I stop doing. I enjoy doing. I suggest doing. I avoid doing. I wouldn't mind doing. How about doing? Infinitive with to. To do, or gerund, doing. There are also some verbs that can be followed by either to do or doing. Like, love, prefer, doing or to do. Start, begin, continue, doing or to do. Bother doing, or bother to do. Note that with the verb, remember, the meaning changes. Remember to means, don't forget to do. I remember to book a table, it stands, I won't forget to do it. Remember doing, means, having a memory of the action. I remember booking a table, it stands, I can see myself, in my mind, doing it in the past. I remembered to call my son just now, present. I remember calling my son this morning, past. After prepositions. Ing. One rule that always holds is, prepositions must be followed by the gerund. After doing. In doing. Before doing, etc. Note that the word, to, is also a preposition, and there are a few expressions with the preposition, to. You must use the gerund after these as well. Be used to doing. Look forward to doing. Committed to doing. Etc. Infinitive without to. Do, bare infinitive. The least common form is infinitive without the particle to. After all modal verbs we have to use this way. I can do. I must do. I should do, etc. Note that there are two modal verbs, where to is the second part of the verb, not a preposition. Ought to do, opinion. Have to do, obligation. We also use the infinitive without to after these verbs and expressions. Let someone do. Let him do this. Make someone do. Make him do this. Have someone do. Have him do this. Had better do. You had better do this. Would rather do. I would rather do this. Why not do? Why don't we do this? The verb, help, can take both forms. Help someone do, or help someone to do. Help him do this, or help him to do this. I chose 10 verbs and expressions that I didn't mention in this explanation. Choose the sentence that sounds best to your ears. Choose the correct form of the verbs in brackets. We needn't worry about it. We needn't to worry about it. Needn't is rarely used in daily spoken English. We don't need worry about it. We don't need to worry about it. Don't need, plus to, plus verb, is the most used form in daily spoken English. Exercise. I managed to get in touch with her. I managed to get in touch with her. I managed getting in touch with her. Someone manages doing something happen. Example, she manages getting me laugh when I'm sad. I've been advised contact a lawyer. I've been advised to contact a lawyer. I've been advised contacting a lawyer. Someone advises to do something, full infinitive. He has been advised not to speak loudly. He recommended take a different route. He recommended to take a different route. He recommended taking a different route. Someone recommends doing something. They recommend closing our eyes. Have you thought of move abroad? Have you thought of to move abroad? Have you thought of moving abroad? We must use ing after a preposition, gerund. How about playing soccer tomorrow? He agreed to let us to live in his farm. He agreed to let us living in his farm. He agreed to let us live in his farm. Let someone do something, bare infinitive. We let her be the graduation speaker, valedictorian. I'm used ski every day. I'm used to ski every day. I'm used to skiing every day. Used to is a phrasal verb, where to is a preposition, gerund. They're used to traveling a lot. They're entitled to receive some compensation. They're entitled to receive some compensation. They're entitled to receiving some compensation. After a preposition, we use a ing form, gerund. This knife is only for cutting bread. He failed to impress his boss. He failed to impress his boss. He failed impressing his boss. Someone fails to do something, full infinitive. She fails to pass the exam. The donors prefer to remain anonymous. The donors prefer to remain anonymous. The donors prefer remaining anonymous. Prefer to do, or prefer doing something. Mr. Smith prefers to remain calm, or Mr. Smith prefers remaining calm. She got me sign a contract. She got me to sign a contract. She got me signing a contract. Someone get someone to do something. Full infinitive. Get him to do this difficult job for you. The list of 32 verbs that ask for a gerund. Take a screenshot of this page to study later. Prefer, like, love, hate, can also be followed by a gerund or an infinitive, with a slight change in meaning, so I didn't include them here. I really hope this lesson has helped you at least a little bit. Remember that we should listen English as much as we can, in our spare time, with our friends and with ourselves. No matter how the English tongue is used, we must keep it in touch at all times in our minds, even if we are not studying this language at a specific time. We should use it anytime. Make English as your second native language. That's it for now, guys. You've done a great job. See you next time.